Alright, so after talking to Brianna about it for a while, I decided to start my own vlog. I can see how it's therapeutic and how it would help, and, I could just talk and be judged by all of you because you're gonna watch it, blah, 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 blah. It's fine. Might be helpful for me to get these things out every day anyways. I'm going to try and do it every day. I don't know if it's really going to be possible because I forget, so I'll try and remind myself, set an alarm or something. So what to talk about? Well, this last week has been interesting, I guess is to say the word. I was supposed to get some homework done this weekend and study, and I got the homework done, just not the studying, and so I'm going to try and work on that tomorrow. It's President's Day, and I can't really get anything done that I wanted to get done, which kind of sucks for me. Last night was just really, really bad for me. I mean, from most people's perspective, they're like, what do you expect, For those who don't know, Laura came over because we needed to talk about the cats and the situation with James wanting to take care of the cats and Cece no longer doing it, and her income taxes because I told her I'd do it. I just keep forgetting. All, just little things. So I picked her up, brought her over here, and she got the impression, don't ask me why, but she got the impression that it was a intimate situation. Now, I don't get why every single time she comes over, she always thinks that we're gonna have sex or something. It blows my mind. I don't get it. It's like, her and I haven't done anything in forever, and yet she thinks that, every time she comes over, it's going to be like was a lifetime and a half ago. I don't know. It just really upset me. Thankfully, James and Amanda were here, and they helped alleviate the situation. She got really pissed that they were here, and I guess James and Amanda could see Laura I don't even know what it is because I never get to see this. It's always behind my back. I see these things that she does, and it just, and so they left to go get some food after we watched a couple movies, and she's like, let's do it. And I'm like, no. If you haven't been keeping up on recent events for the last 3 weeks or so, I want to say, I've been dating Brianna. And as most of you know, when I'm in a relationship, it's a one-woman relationship. I don't do the whole, one woman here, one woman here. It's just, no. This is not worth my time, to try and juggle that kind of thing. If I'm going to be in a relationship, I invest it into that one person entirely. The guys that can do that, I think are, I don't know. Kind of like have no soul or something. I don't know. I couldn't imagine myself doing something like that. Either way, I've now decided that after I took her home last night, that if she's going to come over here, and I've already talked to James and Bill about this, that I won't be here if she's here. Period. And so, because she's going to try and say she wants to come over and see the cats and whatever, but I know it's come to see me, and I really don't need that, so it's just bleh. I do have to see her Wednesday, though. I'm going to take her to the bank so I can get, money that she owes me. Thankfully, that's only for a couple more months, and then I won't have to worry about that crap anymore. Speaking of James and Amanda, those two need to deal with the fact that they're in a relationship now. I see it, Cece sees it, everybody sees it. It's just, I want to poke them with a fork or something, just, hey, figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, this whole confessing thing is really hard to talk about. I really don't know what to say. It's like, hey, I'm here, and I'm talking, and that's about it, I guess I could take last night and all the events that happened last night as a enlightening experience, because lately I've been thinking about Brianna a lot, and I really care about her a lot more than, I don't know. I talked to her about this. I think I have stronger emotions for her than I should this early in our relationship. But on the other hand, I'm that kind of guy. That's who I am. I put my whole me person into a relationship. It's hard for me to stop the impulse of wanting to invest all of the, I don't even know what to say. I don't know. It's just, I can't really dwell on it too much, because Thursday, right, I spent the day with my mom, and her and I got wood for her wood-burning fireplace in Palisade, and she was talking about Brianna. She didn't even know that she was in the Air Force. She assumed she was because of the picture of her on Facebook that shows her in a uniform. I'm like, I honestly was kind of curious to know what she thought she did if she wasn't in the Air Force. I don't know. Neither here nor there. But she tells me we're having dinner, right, in Palisade at this diner, and she's like, Brianna's this wonderful woman for you. Don't fuck it up. I'm like, really? Because, okay, yes, past relationships I have screwed up. No, not with Jamie. She left me, and Kelly and I weren't really a thing. I mean, it wasn't even a relationship. I don't even know what to call that. And then, I think what she's thinking is that this has an extremely high potential for a long-term thing. And to a point, I agree with that. So she's probably wondering if I'm going to have another Bobby Caitlin situation or something like that. I don't know. I just, bleh. This year's just going by way too fast for me. I mean, I was lucky enough to get back in this semester, and I missed 2 weeks of U.S. history because of that. Well, no, a week and a half of U.S. history in English because of that stupid bacterial lung infection. I mean, I played it off, but let's be honest. For about 48 hours, I thought I was gonna die. Now, if I got to the point where I really, really was like starting to stop breathing and stuff, yes, I would have gone to the hospital, but I really just have a problem with willing to admit that I have a problem. Hi, James.
What's happening?
I'm vlogging.
That makes sense.
Okay. Now, I'm not just talking to myself out loud, even though that's probably what it looks like, isn't it? Here, let's see something here.
I wasn't sure, so I just, I thought I went, wonder what he's doing.
Oh, hey, I can't do that. Learn something new about my tablet.
Oh, okay.
Peace out, dude.
Later.
Yeah. So I just come to find out that I can't flip my camera into a can't flip my camera if it's recording. That kind of sucks because I was hoping I could do this like cool flip back and forth thing going on, but I guess not. Now, if any of you are hearing a mild jingling in the background, that is from the Tiger Moo. She is investigating why it's obvious that I'm talking to myself, and she's kind of curious. So, if you see this giant, like, zoom across the screen, that's probably her. I lost my train of thought. Midterm Tuesday. I'm not looking forward to that for U.S. history.
Sorry, but I do have one thing.
Yes, James.
Fryer, you want me to pull the plug up for you?
Sure, James.
Thank you.
Bye, James.
Sorry,
That's fine, James. This is another thing that really gets me. All right. I'm taking this anti-OCD, anti-depression med, right? And I'm taking a really strong dose, like the maximum you can take for this medication. And it's making me forget. I mean, absent-mindedness. And, like, I was in the middle of playing an online game with a buddy of mine. And then I was going to go take my laundry out of the dryer to fold and then do this. And then I forgot to do that. Instead, I just did this instead of doing that. And it's just, I don't know. Little things like that. It's just, they add up. Like, I'll try to remember what to do, like, in the next hour, and sometimes I'll forget. Stuff like that. It really, really bugs me, because I'm afraid that one day I'm eventually going to forget the important things, like anniversaries or birthdays. Well, I forget birthdays anyways. That's what I got Facebook for. But, I mean, like my... I forget my own birthday, too. I don't do dates at all, period. You have to remind me weeks in advance. And even then, like, the day before, I'll be like, what, it's Christmas? Of course, the last couple years, it hasn't been so hard because that's the only time I get to see Hannah. God, that's pissing me off. I really, really despise the inability to see my kids. And it's no fault of my own. I mean, I'm working hard. I really am. I'm trying to get this figured out, and I don't know. It's just sometimes it just doesn't want to flow. So we shall see. Meh. I think I've digressed for long enough. I mean, going on 13 minutes I've been yapping on this thing so far, with about, a minute of that with James, but either way. I'll yammer about something tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get studying done, so yeah. I'm gonna get off here, and I'm gonna see if this thing will let me upload it, and I don't know, just see where we go. So talk to you later.